And against the rivals for the fans, it's a good afternoon for the fans to win against old rivals.
It is. We made it difficult for ourselves the last 5-10 minutes with a conceding a goal, which I didn't see because I was making a substitution. But it became an edgy last 5 minutes. But of course, that's always the way, isn't it? When there's only a goal in it. Really pleased for everybody. I know that it means a lot to a lot of people, and for us, it's the 3 points. Also, we needed those 3 points desperately. You know, that's 9 points on the board now, and we have to settle. You know, we've been inconsistent, and now we've had 2 games where we've been competitive and we've given a good show. So we need to make that 3 now.
Do you look at situations and think all that we've said about taking the 3 points and beating rivals, and then think, you know, if the passing was a bit sharper and snappier, if the set pieces were a little bit better, we could be out of sight by half time? Yeah,
I mean, you've watched the same game as me, and you can see that we've had we started really brightly in the second half. We worked a couple of really nice things, and then we just let 1 or 2 things go. But I just have to be. I'm also practical, and I'm also understanding of the players. We've had a real sort of look at ourselves in the last fortnight with some sloppy performances, and we've spoken today about being tough and focus on our jobs. Maybe those little extra bits. Okay, we can't do everything. I'd like it to be, but not yet. Before they scored their goal, we got into their box a couple of times and overran it. We had a few really disappointing set pieces. You're right, but okay, one thing at a time. We won the game, and it's something to build on. And as a manager, you have to set achievable targets. Today was one, and I'm not expecting everything. I like everything, but it's good enough today.
Let's talk about Sam Donbas. It's difficult not to, because home fans love one of their own coming through, and I thought it was just a wonderful. It was a mature performance from Sam Donbas. Is this the point where Sam Donbas become a man?
Well, he's a terrific young chap anyway. And he wants to do well and make it so desperately. He really wants to do that. He's got a lovely smile. Everyone thinks very highly of him. Any young player, it's about understanding their own game. You can't be good at everything, but what you do need to do is choose 2 or 3 things that you are very good at and perform those things very well. And then the manager can then choose to use you or help you perform in a way which maybe protects you from the things you can't do, but allows you to do the things really well. And he's got 2 or 3 parts to his game which are really, really strong. And if maturity means he's understanding that, then yes, he's maturing. If maturing means that he's playing to those strengths, yes, he is. And together with that, the team have to play to those strengths. They did today. He did. He's had a really good week. My job, his job, is now this is not just going to be a straight line to success. We've got to navigate through the big smile he's got walking off the pitch today and what he thinks is going to happen next and the next game, and defenders are going to do 1 or 2 things to stop him, and we've got to work our way through that. But what a start. I'm really pleased that I've selected him and David Kasumi today, because we spoke about it yesterday, and was it brave? No, it wasn't brave. They earned their performance. The circumstances are there. Selection is not a giveaway just because they're one of your young players. They don't just get a game because they're one of your young players. They've got to earn it. But no matter what the game, if they're doing well enough and it's the right thing to do, they'll get a go. And they got a go today, and they were both fantastic.
Just a message on Rhys Healey. I mean, he's got he got his goal today, very well taken goal, but he ran his socks off. We've seen Rhys. He still doesn't look 100%, if you know what I mean, to the Rhys Healey that we know. But even 85% Rhys Healey's dangerous. Well,
I wasn't wanting to take him off at the end, but I just felt it was sensible. Yeah. And Gilby, they both run their socks off. We have to remember, Alex has only just got back in, haven't been out since March time. Rhys hasn't played regularly since he left us in January. And then he's come to us having had an injured pre-season. So they're both getting back into it. Rhys is going to be a big player for us. He's not dynamite yet, but he's not far from it.
And just finally, on pretty much summing up everything that we've said, you're still building, aren't you, this season? You're still putting things in place. You're still getting the team to knit together, to gel, and to work out what you want them to do.
Yes, and it's you take a view as a manager when you look at the fixture list in July, you see what's coming up in August and September, and you think, crikey, we cannot just play 11 players week in, week out. It just won't happen. So we discussed as a group we would use the squad through these first dozen games. I couldn't tell them which way it would go, who would play where, but we had to get ourselves through the 12 games, and at that point we're all in it, we're all part of it, we've all been participated in our struggles or our successes, and at that point we can start nudging our way through October, November, and getting our rhythm. We haven't got our rhythm yet. Is that my fault? Is that their fault? Is that just circumstances? Maybe it's circumstances, because we've done a pretty decent job, and we, one step at a time, it's the first building block down in place.
And no game on Tuesday, Paul.
I'm going to say thank goodness for that. I'm actually delighted. I'm not going to miss a night's sleep on Tuesday, and I can have a week where I can just switch off for a couple of days. So forgive me, I'm looking forward to it.